Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is lesson 321. The title of today's lesson is Don't Use the Incorrect Order of Adjectives. Okay. All right. Now, I guess as a native speaker, most natives never actually even think about this. We kind of instinctively know, just from growing up and using the language, what order we should put them in. And, as a teacher for many years, I'll correct papers and I'll know when the order is wrong. I didn't always know exactly how to say it. I just said, well, it sounds awkward. I know that's not right. But this is basically the answer. We do actually have a chart of, like if you have a number of adjectives together before a noun, what order they should actually go in. I've looked at, several different charts. This is more or less the chart, one chart to another chart. They may slightly vary some of the words they use, but this is basically it. So if you're using adjectives, this is what should come first. Quantity or number. So you should always say the quantity or number first. So like, for example, any number like 3 or 5 or 8, or like several or a few, all of that should come first. Then quality or opinion. So like pretty is opinion. Maybe what one person thinks is pretty, another may not. Cheap, the same thing. That goes under, well, that would go under quality or opinion. The next one, the third one that you should use is size. So you're large or tiny or big or small. Then you follow with age, young, old, new, brand new, anything like that. The next one should be shape, square, oval, round, rectangular, anything along that line. Color, then, any colors, like here we use blue and red, but it could be yellow, orange, green. Origin, well, so where does it come from? Like German or Japanese or American or Thai or whatever. The material, like a wooden or steel or iron or whatever it is. And the last one on the adjective part should be like purpose or kind. So these are just some examples of what we mean by purpose or kind. Like sports or business or cooking or jogging or something like that. All right, so let's take a look at the note here. If you use the wrong adjective order in English, it will sound awkward and weird to a native speaker. You might be able to figure out what you're talking about, but it just sounds really off, sounds weird. Here's another point too. Don't use more than 3 adjectives before a noun. So you could use 3, probably get away with it, or you could use 2. If you still have other adjectives, you could use the 3, and then, you could add a clause or some other words to still describe it. But don't like use 5 adjectives before now. That also starts to sound awkward. All right, so let's look at some examples where we might use it and why it's wrong and what's the right way to use it. So let's look at number 1 here. Of course, with the X, this is wrong. He bought a jogging gray fashionable suit. Yeah. Now, again, to a native speaker, you instinctively know it sounds a little weird. Sounds off. So what should you say? He bought a fashionable gray jogging suit. Okay, so let's look at why. Remember, the jogging, that's the last one. That's last in order. All right, gray, of course, goes under color. So obviously, you shouldn't be using one over here before this one. And then fashionable, fashionable would probably go under quality or opinion. So that's why you should have fashionable first under quality or opinion, gray here under color, and jogging, of course, would go under kind or purpose. Okay, let's look at number 2. Again, with the X, this is wrong. He only has a pair of black old cheap sneakers. Again, it sounds a little weird to a native speaker. So what's the correct way? He only has a pair of cheap old black sneakers. Okay, again, why do we do this? Cheap would go under quality, so that should be first. Old would be age, so that would be after the cheap. And black would be the color. So that's why it should be in that order rather than the other one where you had black, old, cheap. That would be wrong. Okay, let's look at the third one. He bought a Japanese brand new kimono. Okay, you know, the type of robe, the kimono robe, you know, like a silk one. Here we're only using two adjectives, but it still sounds awkward if the order is wrong. So you should say he bought a brand new Japanese kimono. So again, brand new would have to do with age. And Japanese would do with origin. So obviously age comes before origin, so that's why it should be that way. All right, let's look at number 4. I own stylish 3 swimsuits. Yeah, to a native, you would know that, oh, this really sounds weird. So, of course, what should it be? I own 3 stylish swimsuits. Okay. Obviously, 3 goes under number or quantity. So that definitely should be first. And then stylish is after that. So, you know, that would be, you know, quality or opinion. Okay, let's look at number 5. Again, with the X, this is wrong. He has an Italian expensive sports car. Again, sounds a little weird. A native speaker would pick up on that right away, that it just sounds weird. He has, of course, this is correct with the check. He has an expensive Italian sports car. So, again, expensive would go under quality or opinion. Italian, of course, goes under origin. So that's why expensive should be first and Italian should be next. Let's look at number 6. Again, with the X, this is wrong. That is a wooden, lovely rocking chair. Yeah, it just sounds weird. Of course, what you should say is that is a lovely wooden rocking chair. So again, lovely also goes under, you know, quality or opinion. Wooden would go under material over here, the next to last one. Okay, and we just got one more to go over. Example number 7, again, with the X, this is wrong. That is a cooking expensive utensil. Again, it just sounds really awkward and weird to a native speaker. So what you should be saying is that is an expensive cooking utensil. So again, expensive goes under quality or opinion. The cooking goes under purpose or kind at the end. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.